Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Larry Bodenheimer, and today we're taking a look at Divsa. This is another 32-bit Trojan, so we're keeping in line with most of the malware on this channel. Now, this particular sample is very humble and also very stealthy, and it succeeds in this by naming itself blackdroppernet.exe. Is this really even a Trojan? I'm thinking yes, because the vast majority of people on the planet they're gonna know what viruses are. They might know what worms and Trojans are. They're probably not gonna know what droppers are. So probably what this does is it has a website where it, pretends to be something else, and maybe it's a dropper for a different file, or maybe it just has dropper in the name because it sounds cool. Black dropper, I don't know. Personally, in my humble opinion, I believe if you're stupid enough to run something called blackdroppernet.exe, you deserve it. Now, we do also have the MD5 here. I will go ahead and open this because I know some of you like to either analyze this along with me or analyze it after the fact. So this is the MD5 for this piece of malware. If you'd like to pause the video and make a note of this, now is your chance to do so. Let's go ahead and close that, and we will go to virus total. We have 17 detections. This has only been out, well, it says creation dates, the year 2100. I doubt that very much. It looks like this was only scanned and uploaded about 40 minutes ago, so it's a very new piece of malware. So who's detecting this? We have BCAF Pro, CrowdStrike Falcon. Oh, good job. Kaspersky, McAfee, Microsoft, Sophos, Symantec. McAfee and Symantec might be very scummy companies, but they've detected almost every single piece of malware on the channel so far, and most of these are very new. Do with that as you will. What's not detecting this? Obviously, Bitdefender, again, I'm not even surprised at this point. ClamAV. What else isn't detecting this? MZSoft, GData. I don't see F-Secure anywhere. Did F-Secure pick it up? I guess I'm just not seeing it. Harang, Google didn't detect it. They've usually been pretty good about this. Palo Alto Networks. Let's see. And that's about it. And Webroot. So all of the main ones except for Bitdefender and F-Secure or GData seem to be picking this up. So if we go to details, here is the MD5, the SHA-1, and the SHA-256. Let's see here. 32-bit executable. Creation time 2100, when we'll have flying cars. And here you go. Copyright 2024, product and description Blackdropper Net, file version 1.0.1 or 1.0.0.0. It doesn't even try. That's bad. We don't need to view the rest of that. We have relations here. The only contacted URL is this URL here, and the only contacted domain seems to be a... I'm not sure if this particular one is a certificate authority or not, but it does link to Microsoft. And then we do have 4 contacted IP addresses. One of them's in Romania, and one of them seems to be IPv6. But they've all been scanned, and none of them come back malicious. And then it drops 256 files. Now, I could spend all day going through this, but, we're going to look all day, and none of these are going to show up as malicious, I doubt. Builder.dll has 1 single detection, but I'm not going to go through all of these. It looks like these are a lot of system DLLs that it just pulls from a different website. And of course, we don't ever spend too much time on behavior, but I'll look anyway. No IDS rules, no Sigma rules. 15 low MITRE detection or MITRE signatures, but 1 detection as malware, stealer, Trojan, and evader. And this is done by Zenbox. So good job, Zenbox. And community, no comments found. So you know what that means? We're finally away from Jaffa, and we can do this all on our own. And it's also 18 kilobytes, a pretty small file. Alright, before we take a look at that, we don't really need to look at the properties because we just saw that in the details down here with the file version information. So really no point looking at the properties. We have process hacker, process monitor, Wireshark, Fiddler, and you know what? I'll go ahead and reset these. Let's go ahead and start that one again, and then delete everything that's in here. And we do have something making a comeback this episode, which is Red Shot. I decided that I will use Red Shot for this one. Just feel like there would be some things that we could take a look at with it. Without any further ado, let's pull up Le Process Hacker. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and run our malware. Do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? Yeah, I'll trust blackdropper.exe. Why not? It does open right here, and it actually opens under explorer.exe. It doesn't open as its own thing. And if we sit here and wait for a second, I'm going to minimize Firefox as well. Move it like right here. It doesn't seem to be doing anything on the surface, but if we give it a little time, it's going to make itself a little more known. So while we do that, let's take a look at Wireshark. Okay. Still not anything suspicious going on right now. That's fine. It's fine enough, but it really hasn't had enough time to do what it needs to do. It might be assembling in the background. Not really much can be known on the surface with these things when you're doing dynamic analysis. For a lot of malware samples, you'll have to do static, which, again, takes way too long for one video. But I have decided that I'm probably going to do a static analysis at some point this weekend. We're going to do a live stream. We're going to find a sample on my malware forum. Obviously, I'm not going to have that on the surface, but we're going to do that. I'm going to pull one, and then we're going to take a look at it using a disassembler and see what we can see. This thing really isn't doing much, is it? Oh! Whoa! That's a lot of packets. Hey! I was looking at that! Rude! And then there's that build. What the heck? Okay. Hey! Why would you... Man. Darn it. I did see another file there that didn't seem to be a part of... Oh yeah, it closed Firefox. Right. Because that was completely necessary. Also, remember how we had 33 packets last time we looked? Now we have 200,000, or sorry, 209,115. Yeah. So let's go ahead and maximize this again. Relations. We only had, like, what, one bundled file? No, we have 4. We have 256 dropped files, but I only saw one that had a detection, and it was only one detection. So we may run this again and see if I can find that file. Of course, it's going to close Firefox, so we're going to have to be quick about it. I wonder if I could get by using LibreWolf or the Tor browser. But either way, the process has killed itself. So now what we'll do is we will go ahead and stop VirusTotal before it kills itself. Or not VirusTotal, Wireshark. Thank you. And we can take a look at Fiddler as well. We do have some things here. We have the IP here, 72.5.42.222. So it looks like it's doing all of its stuff over HTTP, or at least most of it. And the URL is API file zip. So let's go ahead and try to open that. Let's open a new tab, and let's do 72. Hey, stop that. .5.42.222. And it's on port 8568. Interesting. And I've got a feeling if we try to connect to it, it's either going to refuse the connection or it's just going to say it took too long to respond. So if it doesn't respond to this, and I really don't think it's going to, then we'll try with the full URL and the port number as well. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and start getting that ready, because I already know it's not going to connect. Yep, it timed out. Okay. /222, and that's going to be port 8568, and it's API file zip. Let me try that. I have a feeling we're going to get the same thing. We're either going to get that same error or maybe a download, but probably nothing other than that. And it looks like it's going to time out again. Well, it's clearly working because it just ransacked our computer. Just closed Firefox while I was looking at it. Very rude. Very rude indeed. I wonder if it was because I had VirusTotal open. You know, I didn't even think about that. It's most likely just the... Oh? Oh! Look at that. Okay. This is just a string of nonsense, but it did allow us to connect. I'm really surprised that they don't have something set up that allows us, or that refuses a connection from us. I am going to copy this, and I'm going to take a further look at this. I'm going to take a further look at this on Discord after I record the video. So let me send this in my Discord server. Do not open, please. Thank you. Okay. And then we will close that, because I doubt we're going to see anything from this right now. But there you go. That is the IP. So now I'm going to go ahead and rerun the... Well, we don't have to run it yet. Let's take a look in Process Monitor. So we saw the builder.exe. First thing I'm going to do is analyze the black dropper net and see what files it has created. So let's do not open. Let's go to filter. Operation is create file. Add. And then process name is blackdroppernet.exe. Yes, I do want to add that. Thank you. Okay, so we've got 850 detections, or created files. I'm probably not going to look through all of these, but I am going to take a look and see if anything sticks out. MS Code Works, we've seen that before. VC runtime, certificate bases, blah, blah, blah. I'm really only interested in the ones that say name not found. Oh, here we go. Blackdroppernet.ini. Seems to have a space between the black and dropper there. Okay. Windows storage, because... Yeah, here we go. See, these are the name not found ones. Interestingly enough. If we go to... Let me jump to that really quick. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. Assembly... What the... System.net.http.ini. Oh, GAC_MSIL. Look at that. MSIL is one of those family names. Interesante indeed. CryptSP, CryptBase, system configuration, system.xml.ini, oh, path not found, blackdroppernet.exe.config. How hard is that to say? Brain? And then the rest of these don't look too suspicious. Yeah, it's just a bunch of DLLs. Larry.exe. I'm sorry, what? Larry.exe. Interesting. And then there's builder.exe. So I'm going to stop taking a look at this and... Hello? What the heck is going on here? It's not using all the CPU. I can move this just fine. What happened to my process hacker? My process monitor? We're losing him, Doc! I need 20 cc's of not process monitor dying stat. Wow, this thing is not doing good right now. Okay, filter. And we're going to replace this with builder.exe. I think it was lowercase. If it's not, we can just try again. Okay, I had to insert a cut in the video. Had someone visit for a second. So it doesn't look like it is case sensitive. We got capital B builder.exe, and there is 1,800 files. Man, this thing is doing bad. What is going on? Okay, so there's the prefetch. It deleted its prefetch. Okay. And then it froze. What the heck? Come on. Look, I know there's 8.7 million events, but you don't have to do me like that. You're gonna do me like that. Ah. Come on. Alright, I don't think this is gonna work anymore. That's fine. We saw what we needed to. The black dropper net was the one that we needed to take a look at the most. And we don't need that anymore. Now I'm going to run this again. I may have to reset the virtual machine, but I am going to try running it again. So let's do... Well, first let's close Firefox. And then I'm going to pull this up in a different browser. So let's try LibreWolf. I don't know if it's closing it because of the specific browser or because of the virus total being in the URL when it runs that check, but I'm hoping it's just the browser. The more I think about it, it might be the URL, but we have no way of knowing, do we? Okay, there's LibreWolf. Let's go ahead and run the malware again. Now, we have a very short window to do this, and it comes seemingly out of nowhere. So we have to go ahead and minimize this and get this ready. Black dropper net's still running. That's too small. Please don't close it. Please. If it closes LibreWolf during its check, we may not be quick enough to analyze that file. In case it does, I'm going to be sneaky. I'm going to get a second tab ready. Well, no, it would close the whole browser, wouldn't it? Good point. What if we open Firefox? And then I put virus total. Okay, closed Firefox, but it didn't close LibreWolf. Go, 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 go. No, I was too slow. Dang it. Okay. Wait, it's still there. Still there? It's still there. It just stopped running. Okay, everything's still here. Where was that other exe? I know it's here somewhere. There's only 54 files here. What? There was another... Oh, crap. Okay, well, at least we got what we needed. And I ran Builder, but I don't think it actually did anything. I think it can only run as a result of... as a result of the parent running. And it's interesting because this time, this music folder is not being deleted. But the files, the program's no longer running. Huh. So it is browser specific. It just closed Firefox, but it left LibreWolf running. Interesting. No detection. That's a DLL. Hang on. Oh, don't start messing with me. Reanalyze. I'm looking right at it. I know this is not a DLL. Do not lie to me. It gonna be like that? Okay, if we look at properties, it just says builder. Okay. And version 1.0.0.0. It's not a DLL. It even says right there it's an exe. Why are you doing this to me? But it has 3 checks, or 3 execution parents. Something underscore build.exe, blackdroppernet.exe, and valorant-check.exe. Okay. And then we have 2 contacted IPs, which I think I might have seen this one before. If I try to connect to that, secure site not available. That's fine. Continue to HTTP site. And error 403, access is denied. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. And what if I try this one? I feel like we're going to get the same thing. Yeah, we are. Okay, and then this last IP is... Same thing? Invalid URL. Okay. The requested URL, no URL, is invalid. Okay. We have 9 bundled files, but nothing too suspicious. I know it's a DLL, and it's a lot harder to pick things up for a DLL, but, I mean, something should be detecting this, right? Especially with these 3 execution periods, like, something should be going, something don't look right here. But that's about all that we're going to be able to do for this one. I will go ahead and close this out by making that second shot on Snapshot, or on Red Shot, and see if that changed anything. But as of right now, I don't feel like there's going to be much that we can look at that we haven't already. I did open Red Shot this time because I thought that there might be some changes we didn't pick up on. But I'm starting to get the feeling that there's not really anything that we might have missed. I will go ahead and run it anyway, though, because I know at least a few people like seeing Red Shot in the videos. So it doesn't really hurt anything to do so. We'll just wait for this to finish, which could take anywhere between 30 seconds and 2 to 5 business days, because, like I've said before, when Red Shot works, and it works good, but when it doesn't, it's not fun. Look at that, only 49 seconds. Good, because I was running out of things to say, too. No, don't compare so slow. Let's see. Man, how about those Baltimore Ravens, huh? You guys like sports? You guys in the sports ball? Oh, thank God. Okay. 20,381 keys deleted. And I'm not really seeing anything too suspicious. Still just device IDs. Device IDs, driver files. Device IDs again. Device IDs. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything that we're actually going to be able to take much of a look at here. Yeah, more driver files, driver packages. Okay. Now that's really all that we're going to be able to do on this one. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, though. If you guys are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, go ahead and make sure to subscribe and leave a like and let me know in the comments if there's something that I didn't do in this video that you guys would like to see for future videos. My name is Larry Bodenheimer. You guys have been amazing, and I will see you in the next one.